day 8 of being a girl, and I've gotten some messages that are saying that I need to be calling myself a woman and not a girl. And I didn't even know that some women were offended by being called girls, so that's really good to know. But for me, the word girl feels great because I never got to be one growing up. And it feels very able to make mistakes and growing and changing and evolving, whereas the word woman feels very strong and confident and powerful, and that still intimidates me a little bit. So I'm gonna keep calling myself a girl. Hope that's okay. Love ya.
Oh, good morning, everyone. It appears I'm currently solo, but that's okay. Maybe you guys haven't quite found us on Rumble yet, so make sure you're checking us out there if you haven't. Uh, I played that intro. There's been some Dylan in the news, and we have some other Dylan content. Morty, get out of there. Go lay down. Go lay down. So go ahead and play that one. That one's so funny to me. I remember first time when Justin made that and played it. I was still pretty new to the show, and hold on, there, maybe that's better. I was still pretty new to the show, and I saw that. I was like, oh my god, what have I gotten myself into with these bigots? But it's just a funny intro, and even Justin admits it doesn't necessarily go hand in hand. It was just funny, so I'll accept that and stick around on this bigoted podcast. So anyhow, how's everyone doing? Uh, shit. Okay, well Sorry guys, I wasn't expecting to be just straight solo this morning. Let me find something to watch for us, and we will. So I'm scrolling through our news here. I don't necessarily want to, go over anything that Trey might enjoy. Fuck it, we'll do a news story here. I haven't read this one yet, so we'll read it together. But I thought it was kind of funny. Garth Brooks insists new bar will sell, quote, every brand of beer amid Bud Light controversy. So, so I don't know if I don't know, I guess is this a woke move? Is this just a pro business move? You know? Like if it's me and I'm Garth Brooks and I have a bar, like it's like, dude, I'm trying to stay out of anything fucking political. You know what I mean? Garth Brooks doesn't have to be like, yay, pro USA to fucking sell albums, you know. So I'd be trying to stay out of anything political. I don't know if just him mentioning this puts him admit said controversy, but oh, and then they use one of my favorite words, crooner. There you go. Such a weird word. So the Friends in Low Places Bar and Honky Tonk is still under construction in Nashville, Tennessee. Want to be a place you can feel safe in, and like there are manners and people like one another. Going to serve every brand of beer. Bold statement. There's a lot of brands of beer. I have to assume he doesn't mean that literally. If you're an a-hole, there are plenty of other places on Lower Broadway. I mean, I like it, dude. Like, yeah, because if you're fucking if you're if you're fucking like Garth Brooks or opening like a bar like this, like uh, okay. Sorry, group chat. Uh, I guess Trey forgot that it's Monday. So that's why he's not here. Trey forgetting it's Monday. What a bullshit excuse. Maybe Clyde will show up. If we're lucky. So Brooks joins a handful of musicians who have taken a side on the Bud Light controversy after the beer giant sent transgender TikTok star Dylan Mulvaney a personal pack of beer with the influencer's likeness as part of an ad for the company's March Madness contest. Angered customers have been boycotting all Anheuser-Busch products ever since. So we talked about this a little bit. Like, I'm not sure. Like, like again, like my wife tends bar, and she's like, yeah, we have 2 people who like stopped drinking Bud Light, but apparently they have lost a lot of sales. So what do I know? I hear a lot of people talking trash about Bud Light, but I don't know if they drank it in the first place or not. I've overheard some people at the bar like, oh, I can't drink that anymore. I don't know. Do what makes you happy, dude. I don't really give a shit. Honestly, me personally, it's fucking. They sent a pack of beer to somebody. It's like, I don't know, dude. I didn't even see like a big ad campaign around it. Maybe they would have gone along with it as an ad campaign. Who's to say? It could be totally wrong there. But yeah, man, I think the whole thing's fucking silly. Big and Rich's John Rich and Kid Rock have taken a different stance than Brooks, with both musicians standing against the beer brand. The customers aren't going to order it, Rich explained to Fox News Digital, speaking specifically of his own Nashville bar. I'm not going to stock it. We only got a limited area. I've got a limited bar. It's like I've got to put beer and whiskey and vodkas up there that people want to purchase and they want to support. And brother, I can tell you right now, it's a vicious attitude towards Bud Light. All right, cool. Thanks, Big and Rich. Their music is kind of gay anyhow. But that's okay. Like, they have the right to do that. Just like apparently every country music singer has a bar in Nashville, I'm assuming. So it might be an interesting walk up whatever Broadway, it sounds like. Is that the name of the street you're all on? Might be an interesting walk up and down Broadway to see who's selling it and who's not. Oh man. All right. Hold up. I got something for y'all too. Let's see. Sorry, I know, stellar podcasting. Fuck. Let's see. Can I think of a funny story that happened to me this weekend? No, not really. I don't think anything that interesting happened to me this weekend. We moved our boy goat, Dr. Cornwallis, back in with the female goats, which is cool, but now he's gone super male goat and he's just peeing on himself constantly and he stinks and he's making new noises that we've never heard him make before. So, that's kind of cool, I guess. I went in there to feed them with a bucket of feed and realized that's a mistake, because they look like they will attack the shit out of you with the feed, but otherwise they're pretty nice. All right, we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna fucking just play a funny song here, because I'm gonna kill some time. So you guys enjoy.
Drop 'em out, let me see them titties. Gonna take a long look at those tiggle bitties. Areolas looking nice, nipples looking real pretty. Come on, let me get her at your boobs. Drop 'em out, let me see them knockers. Gonna take a long look at those big ham hockers. Just squeeze them together while I play with my cocker. Come on, let me get her at your boobs. Let me see them flabbies, make an old man happy. Just lay him on my lap and come on, let me use them on your boobs. Drop 'em out, let me see them titties. Gonna take a long look at those tiggle bitties. Areolas looking nice, nipples looking real pretty. Come on, let me get her at your boobs. Drop 'em out, let me see them knockers. Gonna take a long look at those big ham hockers. Just squeeze them together while I play with my cocker. Come on, let me get her at your boobs. Drop 'em out, bounce 'em up, smack 'em around, booze. Drop 'em out, let me see them titties. Gonna take a long look at those tiggle bitties. Areolas looking nice, nipples looking real pretty. Come on, let me get her at your boobs. Drop 'em out, let me see them knockers. Gonna take a long look at those big ham hockers. Just squeeze them together while I play with my cocker. Come on, let me get her at your boobs.
Oh, there's some Wheeler Walker for you. All right, hold on. I got another one. This one is there'll be a reason that I'm playing this. I'll explain in a second. sort of reason besides it's just funny. So here we go. Enjoy my favorite show.
Help, the human's about to escape.
Get your paws off me, you dirty ape!
He can talk.
He can talk, 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 he can talk.
I can sing!
Ooh, help me, Dr. Zaius.
Dr. Zaius, Dr. Zaius. Dr. Zaius, Dr. Zaius. Dr. Zaius, Dr. Zaius. Oh, Dr. Zaius.
Dr. Zaius, Dr. Zaius.
What's wrong with me?
I think you're crazy.
Want a second opinion?
You're also lazy.
Dr. Zaius, Dr. Zaius. Dr. Zaius, Dr. Zaius. Dr. Zaius, Dr. Zaius. Oh, Dr. Zaius.
Dr. Zaius, Dr. Zaius.
Can I play the piano anymore?
Of course you can.
Well, I couldn't before.
This play has everything.
Oh, I love legitimate theater.
I hate every ape I see, from chimpanzee to chimpanzee. No, you'll never make a monkey out of me. Oh my God, I was wrong. It was Earth all along. You finally made a monkey.
Yes, we finally made a monkey.
Yes, you finally made a monkey out of me. I love you, Dr. Zaius.
So, not quite ready to premiere them yet, but you can see them over my shoulder here are right there. Our fantasy football trophies, almost in time for next season. But that's okay. I'm going to get them out. Finally got the text plates made. But in true spirit of the show, keeping with the monkey vibe, I have named them after that episode. So, okay, here, let me hit you guys with one more song, and then we'll figure something out. Give me 1 second here. No. I got one for you. This is one of my new favorite country artists here. Okay, here we go. All right, guys, enjoy the rest of the D show here.
Paul,
Happy Monday.
let me ask you something, Paul. I thought you were going to be a star, man.
Dude just got arrested
Now's
for
our
weed.
time. It's now.
Okay.
2019, is it? Jesus Christ, it's ticking away. Mom and Dad aren't too proud. They have high expectations, but I'll tell you, Bob, this is my time. This is our time. Grab that bull by the horns and own it, man. Today's your day. Let's go to work.
Roll up to the club in my 1964 caddy, straight ready to stump. At 1:45, just looking for fun. I said a twist for me, baby, hit a rip for me, baby. Take another shot, get lit for me, baby. Ooh-wee. It's 1:45. What you wanna do? Cocaine, country dancing to you. I think a bit of cocaine, country dancing will do. Come on, let's get it going. Only you can keep me rolling. At 2:45, you know what I need. Well, I'll twist for you, baby. Hit a rip for you, baby. Take another shot, get lit for you, baby. Oh, yeah. It's 3:45. Do we have any more? Okay, country dancing for you. Okay, country dancing for you. It's 1:45. I've been looking for fun. It's 1:45. Oh, what you wanna do? It's 2:45.
What's up?
Hey, what's up, Steve? Coming to bail me out like a true friend. What's that?
Everybody else abandoned you today?
Apparently, Trey forgot it was Monday, and he's at the gym improving himself like a homo. And then Justin has family, whatever. He was made us well aware days ago he wasn't going to be here. I'm like, no worries, I got it. Clyde was supposed to be here, so it's I've just been treading water and trying to play funny videos in the meantime.
No, you caught me. I'm at work. Well, not really at work, but I'm at work. So
Cool. Some downtime. Good to
yeah,
hear.
I just took a few minutes just to look over my phone, and all of a sudden your message popped up. So
Cool.
I was listening to Mark Claire's show with Pete Quinones.
Uh-huh.
So that was
I
fun.
haven't. I used to listen to all the Lions of Liberty guys, but fuck, man, it's been years since they kind of. I don't know. They kind of changed their shows a little bit. Not like I'm saying their shows are bad or anything. I just haven't caught up with them. I used to really like John Odermatt's old show, the
Finding Freedom.
Yeah. Now before that, it was Felony Fridays. Was that it?
Friday, yeah.
Or something. And it was, but oh man, it was good. I used to listen to it a ton, and then I just got to a point where I'm like, I can't listen to this anymore. It's too damn depressing, you know. Because I'm really big into that, prison
Did you hear the
reform.
stuff he did on Jerry Sandusky?
I thought that was very interesting. I don't know what to make of that now, because every time I hear somebody talk about that incident, I want to be like, it was all fake, right? But it's really, whether or not it's true to or not true to the extent he says or whatever, it really did sort of make me look at all those situations different, where there's just like this money feeding trough of like accusations. It's like, because they're like, oh man, yeah, people were somebody's like, oh yeah, this guy called me up and said, hey, you want 30 grand and a new truck? Just say this guy touched you, and I'll get you this money. And
yeah, well, and if you look at it, the reporter, the guy that wrote the whole story about it being fake, like, he can't stand Sandusky. He doesn't like either of those people, Paterno, Sandusky, and he left. Like, again, they were just talking about that, and they were doing like 5 myths, but they were talking about that with Mark Claire and Quinones, and yeah, I remember hearing Odermatt shows on that. They were pretty convincing.
Yeah, they were. And then, just like anything, I'll never know the truth, so it's always more fun to think it's a conspiracy.
Yeah, like the movie, right?
Yeah. So we had some incidents this weekend. I guess Uncle Ted died. Our version of Uncle Ted, not Ted Nugent, which is apparently other people's versions of Uncle Ted.
He's not Uncle Ted.
Yeah, he's not the real Uncle Ted. So he was just in prison and just died being old. Is that what happened?
I guess. I know. I just know he passed. That's all I know. I caught it. Like, I pretty much stayed off Twitter all weekend, which is better for my sanity.
It is. Yes.
Yeah, I heard he had passed. Was it Saturday? I think it was Saturday.
I didn't even know he's still alive. I guess. I was like, oh shit, he's still alive.
Excuse me.
Bless you. Oh, bless you.
Sorry. I walked to a different room here, and apparently there's a lot of dust. Yeah, he. I didn't know he was still alive either. I thought he had passed like a couple years back, but probably like the Mandela effect, you know.
Yeah.
Where Mandela died in prison.
It's just stuff like that happened so long ago now that it's like it's just easy to forget, about they're still around. I mean, shit, isn't like Manson still alive? Not Marilyn Manson, Charlie Manson?
No, he died. I think he died like 5 years ago.
Oh, it's been that long. Oh wow.
A couple of years. It's in the last.
He was old
probably
though, right?
years.
He was in like his fucking 80s or something.
Yeah, he lived a long time. I mean, that's what happens when you work for the CIA.
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't read much of Ted K's stuff or anything. I'll probably go back now and read it. I have a feeling it's a lot of like, okay, and then like, oh, well, let's pull it back just a little, dude. I don't know. But I haven't really
I think Pete did a deep dive into his book, and he read.
I think he read. Yeah, he might have read the whole thing on air.
I'm pretty sure he did read the whole thing throughout over like probably a 6-month time.
Mm-hmm.
He tends to do that. They tend to do like go into books chapter by chapter and read those. I remember that. I want to go back and listen to that one too because there's a lot in there that was pretty good stuff.
Well, it's similar conversations that come up recently, not necessarily pertaining to him, but it's like, like I'm actively trying to live a more simple life, with the homestead and everything. But like I've got a 3D printer behind me that I fucking love, and like if I was born a decade earlier, I wouldn't be alive right now because of medical advances. You know what I mean? So it's hard for me to be a super, like a super, primitive, or want to go back too far, but it is funny where you have like the Amish or whatever, where they pick a year and they're like, this is the year. Technology before this, fine. Technology after this, not, it just seems a little arbitrary. So it's kind of hard to be like, I don't really know where I want to fall on this spectrum. I do, think a lot of the modern technology has obviously a lot of negative aspects or repercussions, but at the same time, like smartphones, like you can use it as a wonderful tool that can make you more productive and safer, or you can use it to just waste all your time and become a total piece of shit. So it's, I don't want the things to be unavailable, but when you see the masses maybe choosing incorrectly, it's, I don't know, man, it's tough. What do you do?
Yeah, I would rather. I think I liked my life before the internet and before Twitter and Facebook, and I liked my life a lot better back then because I did a lot more.
Yeah,
I did a lot more. I experienced stuff. Like I went to early this year, or was it last year? Last fall, my son and I went to a concert, and 70% of the people were holding their phone up the whole show.
That's so weird. Isn't that weird?
You just paid $60 to sit here and listen to this band. What? Why? Why are you holding your phone up? Like, it's just dumb.
You ever gonna go back and watch that?
Yeah.
Like,
I took a couple pictures and I filmed like 30 seconds of one song.
Mm-hmm.
And
that's all I do. Just like, send it to a friend and say, haha, look where I am. Like that's all.
I think I did a live. I think I did like an Instagram live and showed it. But yeah, it was like, yeah, I don't get like people watch the entire show through their phone. I'm like, can you do, even though I'm on my phone now, can you do anything without like staring at that screen? Can you literally do anything?
They have to document everything. It's like the age of documentation, It's strange. We were watching a UFC fight the other night and we were laughing because one of the people like in the ring was filming the whole thing on their phone. And I'm like, we're watching this on TV. Like, it wasn't even the fight. It was like the ceremony at the end. I'm like, I'm sure it's getting filmed, dude. Like, we're like, man, it is. It's fucking weird.
Well, not only that, but are you ever going to go back and watch that? Like
that's my thing, is how often does this shit come up, and I understand going, okay, throw a couple Instagram, a couple seconds for an Instagram story or some shit, because that's a thing now, and it took me a little while to grasp the difference between like stories and posts, right? And it's like, it makes sense now, because at first, like when like Snapchat came out, I'm like, why would you want to make something and then just go away? But now, because we have so much content, do I want 7 posts a day just there forever? Or you have your story, which is kind of like certain types of posts, and like your post, which might be like a different type of post. So that started to make sense to me, because it's just too much. It's just too much content, or too much filming, too much stuff. So let me, I want to go.
Oh,
go ahead. Oh, I just want to go back to something you said a second ago.
Yeah, go on.
Oh, and you do photography, so I'm not also, like,
it's cool.
Photos are good,
Really cool.
Yeah.
No, so cool.
But there's something you said a second ago, and this isn't a jab, it's a question I ask myself, but you said like I was happier before we had like the internet and this and that and smartphones. And I feel that a lot of times too. But then I have to ask, isn't it on us? Like, don't we totally have the power to not use those things?
Oh, 100%. It's all on me. It's 100%.
But obviously we make the decision to use these things. But it's, I mean, it's, I've been coming onto this a lot, where it's like, when we had less options, when you only had 3 channels, you either were happy with what was on, or you go outside and do something else. When you have 500 channels, you're just so bored. Everything sucks, So it's like, when you have less options, it's almost like life is a little bit easier, and it's a little easier to be happy.
Yeah.
But I want options. What's that?
Except for communism.
I know it makes me sound like a commie when I start talking like that, and that's what I'm trying to stay away from.
No,
why do we need 37 deodorants?
Hey, Bernie. No, I agree with the fact that we need to, but it's all about self-control. Then it all comes down to, like, how do we control our lives? One of the best things I did in the last 2 years, I closed my Facebook account. That was the best thing I ever did. It made I felt better about myself. Like, I mean, it sucks because like there's people that I kept up with there that I don't talk to anymore. But it makes me also reach out to the people that I want to talk to.
Sure.
That's the good thing, is like it forces me to reach out to certain people, to friends that I don't talk to otherwise. So that's been the best part about it. But then, it's like I had an Instagram account, and I finally gave myself an Instagram account that was a personal one, because I've only done business accounts. And then Twitter, I always had a Twitter account. I got 2 of them nuked. So I like to say something about bitch slapping a certain government official that was forcing something into people's bodies, but
inciting violence. Oh, it's like us.
I wasn't inciting violence. I was just
kidding. Here, let me. I think Jay's here. Let me see if I can get him in here real quick. It's let's see. Oh fuck! What were we talking about? Sorry, I'm trying to do 2 things.
No, about like getting off. Like,
oh Facebook. Facebook. Yeah, so Facebook is also my most infuriating one, and I think the reason is that it's so with like Twitter or Instagram isn't very political. Twitter is kind of an echo chamber for me, so it's like, it's all people I know from the space, so there's not a lot of controversy. But on my Facebook, it's the people I went to high school with, it's family members, it's all these, so it's people that like I'm not friends with because we have similar interests, like I am, like, let's say my Twitter friends, right? I'm friends with them because they're just people I know. So that's where you get the retarded, infuriating posts, and then it's more frustrating because it's like, this was my favorite teacher in high school, and they're like, they have horrible opinions on shit, and it's just more frustrating, I think, when it's people like that, than just when it's just strangers on the internet. You can just have fun with them too, if you're trying to troll, or you're trying to do a Justin move. It's more fun when it's people it's just more frustrating to me.
Well, on Facebook, I was super political. I was like, just
I used
like
to be.
anybody would say anything, I would just like tear into them, and it brought out the worst in me as a person. I think
When I learned to
and-
stop commenting on stuff,
Yeah.
I got a lot happier and a lot less stressful. I can look at something and just go, huh. But when then and some people are good at this and they take joy in it, and more power to you if you can, convince people or make a difference. But me, it was just, man, then I get in some stupid argument with someone and I'm just anxiety's through the roof about it because I gotta win this argument with this retard who's never gonna see it my way anyhow. I mean, if we didn't have the USDA, we wouldn't know how to eat, God damn it. Like, shut up. So like it's I'm just like,
accounts, like I'm convinced those accounts are like actual just AI. Like I don't think that those accounts are real.
But that's why, because some of them, like on Facebook, I know this motherfucker. You know what I mean? Like I know it's a real person, and that's why I get so frustrated with it, because I can't even lie to myself and say that, or convince myself, it's a bot. Because I'm sure, and that's the other thing is, I'm like, how many arguments have I been in with a fucking robot and gotten upset and get my anxiety flaring up? With arguing with a robot.
Well, that's the thing about Instagram that pisses me off. It's like they can find, if I say a word they don't like about a certain thing that you got put in your body, like they'll tag that like within a half second of me posting it. But yeah, the 45 porn bots that liked my post earlier, they can't do shit about. Like
my follower count is only where it is because of the porn bots following me. Probably half of my followers are just porn bots. So whatever makes me look more popular.
I seriously block 3 or 4 a day. Like it's just insane. the amount of like porn bots that are on Instagram.
Clyde knows what I'm talking about.
What?
Not that we're talking about porn bots.
More
porn
like
bots
the
on
US
Instagram.
Yeah.
Those are bots.
You thought you.
What is always funny
She's
is
like,
when one of them friends you.
And... play with the chickens, Clyde.
Oh, how you guys doing today? Rolling in late.
Yeah, we noticed. All good.
I apologize.
I made it almost 20 minutes solo, but it was mostly just playing music videos and stuff.
It's for sure gonna get
DJ Dag.
What else am I gonna do? Well, I played the Dr. Sayus clip from Simpsons as well. While I was in there, I was trying to. Well, the reason I was here, hold on. I played it for a reason. Hold on, let me grab something real quick.
So my wife directs.
I was waiting to debut our trophies until we had people here, and the reason that video is significant, and I had to wait till Steve was here because he'll get it. But so our trophies for our fantasy football league, we've got the loser. All right, we got the poop emoji. That's you, Clyde. And then we've got the winner, the Golden Monkey Butler. But I'm officially naming them the Chimpan A and the Chimpanzee Award. So it's the from the Dr. Sayus song.
So my wife directs plays for, she like teaches theater for little kids on the side. And I keep telling her, she's like, I want to do a musical. I'm like, you need to do the Planet of the Apes musical. Like
musical.
Every guy will come out to see that because it's the Planet of the Apes musical. Like every single guy will come out and see it. And actually somebody finished writing it. Like somebody actually wrote the rest of the play.
I bet.
So it's out there. She won't do it. I tell her to either do that or vagina monologues ensues.
It could be interesting. She works with children.
Yeah.
Oh,
that one's for the older kid.
Yeah. Okay. I was speaking of which, I played a bunch of Dylan stuff earlier too, because there's some Dylan news. Let's see.
Yeah, I thought you were talking about Bob Dylan music videos, and I was like, "Pet out, Bob Dylan," and then it dawned on me that you meant the other Dylan, Bud Light Dylan.
Oh, I saw the something about Madonna and Dylan.
Well, I guess here's Dylan's new look. Which I don't know. Is that a Madonna look?
That's what I heard. That's what I saw on some posts that they said it was a Madonna look.
What is that?
She's getting better at makeup.
Something.
Well, is that one of those UFO whistleblower things they're talking about?
Yeah, this is they got photos of those beings in Nevada from the other night. This was.
I'm sure it blows something.
What grays actually look like.
Ooh!
Damn
girl, you take shits with that ass? Shit.
He takes dicks with that ass.
Oh shit.
That's
fucking funny.
Oh, man. It's gonna blow up, man.
It is. Well, here's the thing is so she apparently has a he. So I don't know why I just made the switch. I've been calling it he.
Identify?
It's she. She identifies as he, but I actually thought it was he until relatively recently. Yeah, so this year kind of crazy. I guess Dylan actually has a new strategy for making money. He's gonna start blackmailing companies. He's like, I'll endorse your product unless you pay me money.
That's brilliant.
Yeah.
That's absolutely brilliant. I swear that's a Simpsons episode.
Oh fuck. The fucking bee.
Did he actually say this, or
no? This is Babylon Bee.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I can't see that so small.
Yeah, I know. I was just trying to think of a way to subscribe.
Yeah.
God, Twitter's ruined. Thanks, Musk.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Dylan Mulvaney now blackmailing corporations by threatening to endorse their products.
That's brilliant.
Has he done anything else? I know there was Bud Light, there was Nike. Is there anything else in the last bit here?
Wasn't he doing like Tampax or something like that?
Yeah, it was Tampax at some point.
Yeah.
Tampax,
really?
He did Kate Spade and something because my wife was all pissed off. She's like, I'm getting rid of my Kate Spade purse.
If you don't meet my demands, I'll endorse your product online, Mulvaney said, staring threateningly into the camera in a chilling, grainy video sent to one company. I'll post a full video across all social media platforms and tell everyone to buy your product. The whole works. My demands are simple. $10 million and a Louis Vuitton handbag. You have 24 hours.
That's brilliant. I love it.
Oh, man.
I played the Dylan opening intro this morning. And to tell the story, I was pretty new to the show when Justin brought that one out. And I was like, oh, God, what kind of bigots am I get myself into here? Hanging out with. Even Justin admits it's just a funny way to use that. He's like, I just need an excuse to use the wood chipper graphic I found. It's the best one. And now, of course, Dylan has found a place.
My favorite one is the goat, Billy Ray.
Oh, Billy Earl.
That one's
yeah.
Billy Earl. Sorry, Billy Earl. That is the best one. And if you notice from my Instagram posts, like, I love baby goats. I love watching baby goats. They're fun.
I need to upload a couple videos. We moved Dr. Cornwallis in with the ladies this weekend, back in with them and the other young goats, which we felt good about because we felt bad he was over there. But Dr. Cornwallis, yeah. It's from the South Park with the PETA people. Do you remember that one? And we named one of his babies that we're keeping Marcellus, so it's Marcellus Cornwallis, which is kind of a Pulp Fiction, joke thing there. It's my wife, she's brilliant like that. But we moved him back in, so now he's turning into quite a little man-like goat because he was off by himself and he was like just a sweet boy goat. And now he's filthy. He's peeing on himself nonstop. Mm-hmm. He started making like 6 new noises I've never heard him make before. He's growing up. Yeah, I remember seeing some of the goat videos and they're like, make all the crazy noises. I'm like, man, I'm glad our goats aren't like that. And I was like, oh yeah, no, he's doing it now.
No, those boy goats they're gross. Like, there's just no two ways about it, man. They are. Oh, they stink, and they'll pee on you.
They're perverts.
Mm-hmm.
Are they doing it just to impress the goats?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I think they make themselves smelly on purpose. But yeah, they pee on themselves. They bend down and they pee on their face, and they get it on their beard and stuff. Yeah, it's crazy. And then someone pet them, and then I wash my hands 3 times.
It's like, hey baby, check this out.
Watch what I can do.
Hey, that's how they know that you can handle it, you know?
I was out there with them one time with our goats, and I took a leak in the woods, and like the goat was over there, like trying to get in the stream. I was like, trying to fight it off and turn at the same time. I was like, this is so wrong. Like, what are you doing? Go away.
You have to pee on his face. Be alpha.
I know. I was like, well,
dominance.
Then all the lady goats be following around.
I'm Italian and Irish. I don't think we pee on people. Maybe that's it.
I'd rather be pissed off than pissed on. It's
Yeah.
a weird saying, by the way. I never really understood that. Like, yeah, I guess that's true. Oh, don't pee down my leg and tell me it's raining is one of my favorite sayings, though.
And don't go whizzing on an electric fence. Is that the other one?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that's the other one.
I have not made that mistake. Thank God.
No.
Whew. God.
I went back and watched that episode of Ren and Stimpy and was like, why does that show ever popular? That was the worst show.
I loved it at the time.
I loved it at the time, but I went back and watched it. We bought the DVD set for my sister-in-law like probably 10 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And we watched a few episodes. I'm like, this was the worst cartoon ever.
Yeah, we did the same, and I was like, okay, there was some stuff that I was like, that was kind of funny, but it just was not as funny as I remembered it. It was probably just because it was so raunchy.
Yeah, it was like 90s edgy for kids.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I never saw it, to be honest with you.
Don't.
I always wanted that or Rocko's Modern Life. That was the good one too.
Steve, are you in school right now?
No, I'm actually I was cleaning our church, and that's when Dad.
I see the big like blocks behind your head, and it just looked like that industrial.
Yeah, no, I'm just in one of the classrooms in the church. I just came in here to hang out.
It's industrial tile or low pile carpet. What you got? What you got on that floor?
I came on here to desecrate a house of God. Way to go!
Oh yeah, industrial carpet.
Nice.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to be struck down on my way out.
It is funny you noticed that, Clyde. As soon as you asked him, I looked and I was like, oh yeah, those are school cinder blocks if I've ever seen them. Then second guess would have been church. But that was because the windowsill. The windowsill's made out of wood. It's too nice to be a school windowsill.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, that's a church windowsill if I've ever seen one.
The ones in the school have like prison bars on them now.
Yeah, I keep you in somehow, man.
No, it's
Ours
just
had hurricane shutters. They were definitely not prison bars.
You shut those and nobody can hear you. Nobody can see you.
The rumor was always that our school was the same building that they used for a women's prison somewhere. It was like the same blueprints, that was sort of the rumor, and I never confirmed or denied that, but I believe it.
Yeah.
They were starting to be built very prison-like. We had lots of fences.
Makes sense.
The hurricane shutters over all the windows.
When they have double fences with barbed wire, that's when you got to start worrying.
It wasn't quite that bad. It might be now, though. I mean, shit, I haven't been there in 20 years. They might have added the barbed wire.
Yeah, I live in a good neighborhood. We don't have barbed wire here yet.
That's good. That's nice. Yet.
Yeah.
It does matter. I think I told you guys the story. I was up at a shop in Maryland, real ritzy part of town, median income, $250,000. And the shit that they did not believe me, like when none of them knew how to, this was an auto security shop, and none of them could get into a car when the keys were locked in it. So they say, hey, you're from Tampa, right? Get you in here. But yeah, dude, they just could not believe like shit like that Rent-A-Wheel. You guys have Rent-A-Wheel places? They couldn't believe that existed. I'm like, you guys need to get yourself out in the poor neighborhoods a little more. Get to know the people.
Like rent wheels for cars?
Yeah, man, rent and roll. You guys ain't got rent and rolls up there?
No.
No.
Man, Florida really is a magical place.
Maybe in Detroit we do, but I don't know about out here.
You have to in Detroit.
Yeah, Detroit must. Although they might just have a pawn shop. Just like steal them.
My favorite place in Detroit is when I used to I used to work for a company to distributorship. I delivered wine all over the state, My favorite place to go deliver into Detroit was a party store next to a weed shop, next to a donut shop, next to a pizza shop. It's like
Yes.
That
God
was
damn
on
it, I
a-
love capitalism.
that was on a wow. All owned by the same dude too.
He's smart,
So you
smart
get
man.
all your drugs and your food at the same time.
Yeah, I like it. It's smart. It's right there putting a bikini car wash right in the middle of the villages.
Was that near the Hammock
yeah.
District?
The Hammock District. It's on Fifth Main.
Who's gonna work there? You think? Is it gonna be like, you know, hot 20 somethings, or is that gonna be like, you know, the old ladies, like
The bikini
you
car
pick that
wash?
demographic? Yeah.
What's up with all the Buddhists hanging outside of Disney?
Buddhists. I don't know. We're talking about Florida though. It's a,
Are those Nazi flags? I can't see it.
yeah, they're Nazi
British
flags,
flag.
and whatever the other one, the black one, it's kind of a Nazi. Where's Justin? He could tell me what kind of flag it is.
Well,
that
it's the
one.
second division, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. Well, you see, in 1939, they actually changed the flag to. But yeah, apparently there's Nazis.
What happened?
I don't know.
Yeah, what were
Why
they
is-
doing?
Somewhere Walt is smiling. Let's
So
see,
you're
yeah.
telling me the FBI was out in front of Disney?
Right? Oh, losers flags. Let's see. Oh, I got some good memes, I guess. I don't know. It doesn't look like there's a link to an article. Who posted this in our group chat? I'm sure somebody's not here today. You know, it must have been.
Yeah, I haven't been on Twitter in a while.
It must have been Trey or Justin.
That video looks old, though. I guess it's getting recycled again, maybe.
You know
'Cause
what?
I think
That's
I think I
here
saw
you go.
that same video like last year or around the time the Don't Say Gay bill passed when DeSantis is going through his whole like spiel with Disney.
According to Shannon Watts, 24 white supremacists are outside the main Disney World entrance in Orlando right now, marching with signs featuring DeSantis's face, swastikas, the N-word, and homophobic slurs. This is the 2023 Republican Party. I'm going to go ahead and say this probably doesn't represent the majority of the Republican Party. Just we can say that.
Come on,
I
man.
mean-
You know, it's completely a setup fake party.
Yeah.
It's absolutely the FBI.
Even if,
Because-
if this isn't an old video and it's like a new thing, at least they got all the creases out of the flags.
Yeah, they're learning.
Finally. All right.
And they're not wearing khakis this time, right? Like before, they all wear khakis in the same shirt. Their other uniform.
Here we go. Why are you posting old news as new? But if they have DeSantis flags, I guess how old? Let's see what this says. If they had DeSantis flags, you know, I'm like that would line up with what's currently going on, right? In the world, that would make it seem current.
Wait,
Actually,
I
the
just
reason
read
why
how
they
the
were out there,
litter-related legislation affects hate crimes.
I bet you the reason they were out there was because when Florida opened up, they were like saying everybody's Nazis for opening up Florida. I bet you those were all. None of those people are like conservative or actually believe that stuff. I bet you they had the flags out there to show that they were.
This,
Not
I mean,
real
this could be an
people, I mean.
annual thing for them. But yeah, this video or this post is from 2022, which appears to have the same video, but the image is mirrored. Because this was back with the Disney stuff. Disney and DeSantis, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, when they were doing the bill against well, they were calling it the Don't Say Gay bill, but it was
Well, no,
a bill-
also the whole Reedy Creek thing when he was revoking their, Disney had their own government, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's actually a pretty fascinating story. The
Yes,
whole
it is.
Disney, they're allowed, and I was saying before, like they're allowed to, or they at least used to be allowed to have their own nuclear reactor if they wanted it. All sorts of shit was granted to them back in the 60s, and the way they acquired the land was interesting. Some people say it's skeezy. I don't think it's skeezy. I think it's just the way you would do it. But he couldn't tell anybody, hey, I'm going to build a theme park here, because then everyone would jack the price up on their land because he knows they needed it. So he sent out a bunch of like shell companies to like buy the land in small pieces from the ranchers and shit, so he could get it at a an actual reasonable price.
Yeah.
You guys ever listen to Monica Perez?
Yes, used to quite a bit, but it's been a minute.
Sometimes. Yeah.
She's talked a lot about Disney, man. He was an interesting cat. Like, just, I mean, but everything she says, like everybody works for the FBI, everybody works for the government. Like, but it's just the whole. She went through the whole thing about how he acquired all that land, how he got the theme park going, who was backing him. It was very, very interesting. I'm not sure if it's her, but I think it was her that said like Epcot was the original blueprint for the 15-minute city kind of concept.
Yes. Yes, I also have heard that.
Interesting.
I think that they actually wanted people to live in Epcot, and then they just changed it into a theme park once he died. Like he really wanted that to be like an actual city.
So like the 50-minute cities in Epcot, so like they're trying to bring drinking around the world to everybody. That might be a niche joke. Only Dag gets.
The what's it? The ride. Is that what you're referencing?
No, you know they have all the different countries or whatever. Like they're, they have different themed restaurants and bars. Like that's like a game people play. They'll be like, "Oh, I'm gonna go drink some sake and at the Japanese restaurant. Then I'm gonna go to the Mexican restaurant." That's like a drinking game that people play called Drinking Around the World.
Yeah. I've only been to Disney once, and we only went to Epcot. So
they'll have that set up with like adoption agencies, though. You can find a kid from all over, wherever you want. Open it up for all the pedos.
This here, I want to play this clip here.
Do not change the flag. It is a symbol of white power. White power.
Oh, I'm sorry, Chef. Mr. Head is a racist. Don't apologize for me to that beard cucker.
Well, that's enough rallying for this afternoon, members. Let's take a hot shower.
Right here, I love this point here.
Ned, nobody's gonna vote for our side if it's the side those KKK members are on. Come on, we gotta put a stop to them.
So they try to. Here, I'll explain it.
Jesus, Ned, these guys are completely nuts.
Yep.
Time to play. Who's got the silliest thing on under their robe?
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, they cut out the part. Sorry, he basically goes. He goes and tries to convince the KKK to stop being on the side of we want the flag changed or we want the flag to stay the same. He's like, because no one's going to be on our side. So he's like, hey, look, guys, you have to understand that everybody hates us, right? And they're like, yeah. They're like, so we should say we want the flag changed. And then that way everyone will say, let's keep it the same, So that's like when I see something like the DeSantis people here on the corner, it's like, that's why it has to be like fake, right? Because they have to know that them going out and waving a DeSantis flag doesn't help DeSantis's cause, right? That's not going to make more people vote for him, right? So that's why it's like it has to be nonsense.
Yeah. That's the way it is with everything. Like, you can't believe anything out there.
No.
It's all like controlled op, or it's I just remember back when they started the riots and stuff back in Minnesota or whatever. There's like one guy walking through and just like bust the Target window, and all of a sudden everybody starts looting, and it's like, who was that guy? Who is that guy? And like, why does he look so sketchy? Like all these other people look like this, and he's like totally like you can't figure out who he is. Just they're messing with us. They're screwing with us.
Well, I don't know if you remember the videos during 2020. There was one out where some dude was like throwing he was like breaking the windows in an auto zone, and everybody there is like peacefully protesting, and he starts breaking them, and they were like, why are you doing that? And he's like, let's destroy everything, just like Ray Epps, same thing. Let's go in the Capitol tomorrow. There's always
Lincoln Project people.
Every one of those is always planned.
Lincoln Project members pose as white supremacists at Virginia GOP event. I haven't vetted this story. This was just on the.
No, this happened. It was a while ago, but it was real.
Really, it's confirmed as behind a political stunt in which 5 members pose as white supremacists carrying tiki torches
Notice they don't
Take a look at the fellow on the left, all the way to the left. All those white supremacists.
He blends in.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So the whole thing with the tiki
looks
torch
like
guys,
all those pennants hanging in the back look like little KKK hats, by the way.
did anybody
Or
ever
like
get
the negative image of it, I guess. Or...
Did any of those people ever get interviewed? Did they ever track any of them down? Like,
I think they did something with them.
One of the chicks they found actually worked for the DNC, if I remember correctly.
Surprise!
This is why you can't.
One of the two.
But I repeat myself. They just can't. It's why you just can't believe in things. You know, it's why you can't see something on the news and get like worked up about it. Like I'm just like, dude, it's fake. Don't worry about it. Whatever it is, it's fake.
Oh. It's recording his new auto-tune song.
Me?
What?
Is my internet bad? Is that what
Is
you're
it
saying?
me?
I'm so confused.
Yeah, I thought you were recording a new auto-tune song.
Oh. It might be all of
It
us.
might be mine. My internet's been crap lately. I'm really mad at AT&T. I'm not going to do anything about it. So.
You got a pew pew shirt on, Steve?
Yeah, my Star Wars pew shirt.
It looks like Star Wars stuff. That's cool.
Yeah, I'm looking at your shirt, Dag, and I'm realizing that I always used to think like Florida was like a shaft with no balls, but it kind of looks like a gun.
They're up there. They're like they're withered, you know.
Yeah, I guess.
They're withered
But
away.
it kind of it's like a little pistol, you know, almost.
Oh God, we have. I think we've talked about truck sticker frequency before on the show, and oh boy, do we have a lot of truck stickers. That's a gun, a Florida gun. It's bad. It's the truck stickers have to stop. Oh, might have lost Steve.
I saw a good sticker the other day. I forget what it was. I've seen a couple boomer ones that were just like, yes, this is. I've learned to take enjoyment in like the BoomerCon like stickers. Like they make me laugh. You know, the liberal ones that just kind of frustrate me. You know, make me a little angry. But the BoomerCon ones are just like, man, that's funny. Like on a retarded level, it's funny. You know,
the lefty ones are like, oh, gay. And then the BoomerCon ones are like, give me a break. Like, that's a trip, you know?
Yeah. It's just like, oh, man. These guys, nothing.
On my knees for Jesus, but not for the commies or something. Me and Wayne have been leaning into it pretty hard lately, especially on the construction site because everyone's fucking.
Well,
we've got a guy. Sorry, what?
So you have to lean into it on a construction site.
Oh yeah. We've got a guy who's been working with us, the electrician. His name's Tom. He's from Boston, and he's got a real thick, this big dude. And he's like, oh, we actually had the show on the other day, and he was listening to it when we were there working. But he laughed at Justin's trans suicide joke. But he's like, man, these people, they want to get their dicks cut off and a vagina installed. You know, it's just so funny. I know my accent's bad, but it's a fucking trip, man. But I was talking to Wayne about it, and he's like, man, like I thought, like, you know, like it's supposed to be a blue state up there, but everybody I know from Boston is like conservative as fuck. I'm like, yeah, because they're the ones who left. You know, they're the ones who moved down here. You know, so they're, you know, yes, them like, oh yeah, it's terrible up there. You know.
Well, and that's I mean, that's what's happening everywhere. You know, you have your big cities, and you know everybody that isn't blue is moving out. You know, I don't know.
Yeah, and hopefully that's, you know, there's always the fear of, oh, they're going to turn it into whatever terrible state they came from, but I think it is generally, it does seem to be, because like the people that are even moving out of the country by me, like from the cities, they're people who are of a similar mindset or getting to that point. You know, it's not, they're not moving out here and saying, where's the Whole Foods? You know, it's.
Yeah, all the ones that stay are retarded.
Oh, yep, they sure are. Right. Yep.
Because democracy basically means government by the people, of the people, for the people. But the people are retarded.